So have that strap handy, and we'll begin tonight. If you want to sit, you can sit. And we're going to add our mudra. It's called Prithvi mudra, and Prithvi means earth in Sanskrit. So we're activating that earth element. So we're going to bring our thumb and our ring finger together, the tips, and just let the other fingers extend out. So thumb and ring finger together, the other fingers are out, and you can just rest it on your legs. Or if you want to lie down, maybe just rest with it at your side. This is our mudra for the earth element. So when we think of earth, that's the stability in our structure, like our physical stability, our bones, our muscular system. When we look in nature, that earth element is obviously what we walk upon, but also it can be like that sturdy mountain, that building, that structure. Tank is very much an earth dog, very grounded, strong, low, mellow. So just feeling the natural breath in the body, allowing the mudra just with these tips of the fingers together, allowing the energy of the earth element within us to connect us to the earth element that's around us. Maybe noticing the body that we're in, this physical structure that we are in. Now let's breathe in for a count of 4. And breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Visualize from the base of the tailbone to the crown of the head, and then down the back as we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Down the back body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up the front body for 1, 2. Down the back body, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now as we begin to move just a little bit, maybe just noticing how the body feels physically. And then notice how the body feels as we begin to move. Releasing our mudra, let's lift our arms up to the sky. Yeah, maybe really stretch. And then we'll float the hands down. And with that right hand on the ground, let's sweep the left hand up and over. Maybe really exaggerate, sending that left rib cage over to the side. And lean over as much as you want. And then maybe sweep that left hand down in front and across over to the left side. Sweep the right hand over and then up. Yeah. And exaggerate that right rib cage opening. And now let's swing that right arm over and then bring the left arm up and over. Yes, and then when you're ready, bring that left arm back over. And the right arm comes up and over. And now let's sweep that right hand across and down in front. Let's pause with the hands in the front, both hands down. And now walk our hands over to the right. Maybe stack the left hand on top of the right. If that sits bone comes up, it's okay. You can keep it grounded if you want a little deeper stretch, but if you really want to think about that back expanding, you can let that sit bone rise. And then we'll, on an exhale, bring the hands through the middle over to the left. Stack the right hand on top of the left. And ease into a side body stretch, or maybe more of a back stretch. And then exhale, bring the hands back to the middle. And then around the spine as we drag the fingers across the floor to stack the shoulders over the hips, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Really nice, guys. And then let's roll the neck. Over to the back, to the sides, down in front. There's no rush on these neck circles. Maybe they're half circles. You can switch directions whenever you want. Just feeling this physical structure of the spine, of the head, of the neck. This body is our home here for the soul. So really noticing the physical body tonight. And when you're ready, maybe bring the neck back to neutral. Have the strap handy because we're going to make our way to our backs. And we won't use the strap right away, but we're going to come to the strap. So lie down on your backs. Then maybe just kind of hug the knees into the chest if that feels good. Maybe you want to bring one leg in and one leg out. But feel the whole entire spine on the ground. Again, that earth element that is our back and our spine connecting to the earth element that's around us. Rocking and rolling side to side. Now let's send that right leg out nice and long and hug the left knee into the chest. Whenever you're ready, and maybe you just want to keep both legs in. If that left knee is in, the right leg is out, maybe let the left knee fall out to the side. The opening up the hip just a little. You can even grab the foot and come into like a half happy baby if that feels better. Just any way that makes sense for you to kind of open the hip out to the side. And then we'll extend that leg to the sky, bringing the knee kind of back towards stacking above the hip, and you can point and flex the foot. And then maybe you make some big circles with the leg, even bringing the foot across the body. You can bring the hands up to the side for stability. Offering some circles to the leg, opening up the hip a little, switching directions whenever you want. Maybe drawing the belly button to spine. And then send the left leg long and hug the right knee into the chest. We'll do that same thing with the right leg. So if you want to have a half happy baby, or just bring that knee out to the side. And it can be different than what you did on the other side too. Letting this part of the body be its own experience, this right side. Sometimes if you're right-handed, and if this is your dominant side, you might find your right side to be a little bit more restricted than the left. So just be patient with however your body feels tonight. And then extend the leg to the sky. And then point and flex the foot a little, roll the ankle. And then when you're ready, if you want to find the big circles with the leg, find the big circles. And they can be little circles too. Both directions. You can go forward and back, and we just want to kind of ski across the sky. And then whenever you're ready, bring that foot, that leg still, and then hug it into your chest. So both knees come in now. And then from here, let's find a happy baby. So whether the hands or the arms are on the inside of the legs with the hands on the outside of the foot, or you have the big toe where you have the arms on the outside of the legs, find your happy baby. And notice how this physical structure of yours feels in this shape. So you hold the foot in the hands or the hands on the calves or wherever they are. And now let's bring our soles of the feet to the ground. Let them come together and the knees can come out to the side, and we'll pause for a few breaths and kind of reset in our butterfly. It doesn't matter how high the knees are or how low they are. Just going to be here for a few breaths. Another deep breath in. Exhale, let the breath go. If you have any intention for tonight's practice that maybe has to do with connecting to the physical body, or maybe it's appreciation for the physical body that you're in, you can bring it into your space. Or maybe connecting to the earth element around us. Whatever your intention is for tonight, just bring that to your heart space. And on your next exhale, you can bring both of your feet to the floor, knees to the sky. Let's find our strap. We're going to come into that hammock pose that we do sometimes. So have the buckle towards the foot on the inside of the leg maybe. We'll hook our ball of the foot into the loop of the strap. So we need to have a loop. And this is where we put the strap behind the neck. And now if you don't want to have it behind your neck, if for some reason that doesn't feel very good, I like it behind my neck. But if that for some reason isn't relaxing, you can make a little bit bigger loop and you can just bring it behind the shoulders or behind the back first, underneath kind of the armpits, and you can lie down on it and then bring the foot into that strap, and you don't have to worry about the neck or think about the neck. So sometimes that might be a little bit more relaxing. So I'm going to just model with the behind the back. If you're not familiar, if it's behind the head, it's just behind the ears and then the base of the skull. And I like to have the buckle nearby so I can adjust it if I need to. This is going to allow us to kind of open the backs of the legs and maybe lengthen the back of the neck. So find if you want to have it on the back, or if you want to have it on the head. And then we'll settle in. Yeah, nice big loop. Yep. Yep. There you go. Yeah. Then you can kind of adjust it if you need to make it shorter or longer. We'll be on each side for just about 5 minutes. And know that you can adjust whenever you need to, with longer or shorter. And if for some reason it doesn't quite work behind the head tonight, if it feels like it's going to slide off or something, And maybe just bring it underneath the back and then bring that foot in. Whatever's going to support you in feeling that calm. Your leg doesn't have to be straight, it can be bent. You're breathing in and out. If your arms are at your side, you can bring the thumb and that ring finger together and rest the hands in your Prithvi mudra. This mudra is supportive of our skeletal system. So helping us being even more aware of that structure within us. Allow your heart to rest. Your breath to just drift away as you begin to relax more and more. If your mind starts to wander, you can offer it maybe a mantra or soham mantra. Just inhale so, exhale hum. Not trying to change the breath longer or shorter, but just a normal breath with a so hum to ride on the breath. Every time the mind starts to drift, just gently bringing it back to a mantra or maybe to the beating of the heart. Let's offer 3 more rounds of breath for this side. So noticing how the leg feels suspended in the air and supported by the strap. And then when you're ready, if you have the strap on your head, gently bring your hands to the strap. Lift your head up and slide that strap off the head, lower the head, and then bring that the foot out of the strap. Send that leg long. And then when you're ready, bring the opposite leg into the strap. So I'll bring my left leg in, whichever one you had, bring that foot in. And then just lift the neck and slide that strap on behind the neck. And then just begin to use the breath to help you settle into the side. Maybe breathing into the back of the leg or the sole of the foot. As we have our feet to the sky, it's supportive for that circulatory system that's moving the blood up the legs with so much effort all day. So we're just kind of reversing that here. Maybe thanking our feet for everywhere that they've carried us. Inhale, so, and exhale, hum. So, hum. Maybe offering the eyes to rest, beginning to soften our face. A restorative yoga, supportive in calming our nervous system from the inside out, evoking a sense of calm with breath and with stillness, and with our ability to control the mind, whether it be a mantra or breath, or just that gentle redirection, even if it's 50 times a second, that gentle redirection, helping us to settle and calm and ground. And now maybe 3 more breaths, maybe 5 if you want to stay here a little longer, but we begin to transition out of this shape. So whenever you're ready, you can hold the sides of the strap and lift that head from the strap and lower the shoulders and the head back down, and then take it off the foot. Or if you just had it behind the back, bring the foot down and lower that left leg. Let the left leg be long and let both legs relax on the floor for just a couple breaths. And when you're ready, we'll gently roll to one side so we can find our bolster or pillow or cushions, whatever you're using tonight. I'm going to come into just a little back bend now. So you can either have your bolster or your cushion flat on the ground, or if you want to have it elevated just a little bit, we're going to just bring the legs either all the way out, or you can bring the feet together, but just lie on the back. So maybe you notice just a little back bend at the low back. Depending on if you have it higher or lower. It might be more of a back bend than another. But see that you can find some relaxation. So maybe bring a block under both arms. And it's getting that time of year we were talking about before class where maybe we need to start covering up with blankets. We have our sweaters on. So we will cool off. And sometimes I like to stack, we don't have the sandbags with us online, but sometimes I like to stack a pillow on top just to give a little more weight to make you feel kind of grounded even more. Hugging on the chest even. So find what works for you, but this little back bend, now having a little suspension for the heart and our lungs. You need to bring a pillow under the head. You can do that too. In fact, I'm going to do that. That's a good idea. And begin to let that breath just take us away into effortlessness. Imagine the hands are heavy, the elbows are heavy. Let the backs of the shoulders and those shoulder blades really sink into the support below. Meanwhile, see if it can feel as if that heart and the lungs are just going to lift up out of the chest because we have so much lightness in the front body. Let go of any effort to close the eyes. Hold the tongue in the mouth in a certain way. Just letting go into a reclined low back bend. And there's nothing we need to do here except just continue to surrender into this space of effortlessness. Imagine that physical structure, the earth element within those bones, those muscles, sinking down into the earth element below us. Grounded and stable. Maybe it's helpful to just give a little task for the mind. So on your inhale, maybe even saying to yourself, I am aware that I am breathing in, and begin to count, maybe down from 100, 100. I am aware that I am breathing out, 99. I am aware that I am breathing in, 98. I'm aware that I am breathing out, 97. Just count it down to yourself. You lose track, just start again at 100. With each breath, there's less and less physical effort in the body. More and more surrender. And now beginning to count down from 3 down to 0. Close the shape. Before we transition out of the shape, maybe just scanning the body from the toes to the head and the head to the hands. Just noticing the physical sensations in the body. And we'll just gently bring the back off the bolster, coming up to sit. If you had a pillow on your head, maybe move the pillow off to the side. Let's move the bolster to the side so we can come down to the flat floor. So finding the floor, resting the back on the floor, and then bring our feet to the ground, knees to the sky. And now this next one is really just a gentle little twist for the back, but our feet are going to be mat distance apart. So bring the feet mat distance apart and bring a pillow between the knees. And all we're going to do is just drop the knees over to the right. So there's a pillow between the knees, but our knees are falling to the side. So that pillow is there to just kind of support the legs. And it's just the slightest little bit of a twist. But sometimes these twists support us in calming. So we're going to just continue a little bit different of a movement on the spine. We just did a little bend. Now we're going to do just a gentle twist. And close the eyes, settle in. Maybe bring that pillow to the chest. Hug it in if you want. I'm going to put some blocks underneath my elbows, so even though I'm hugging my pillow, I'm not having any effort in the arms. So my elbows and arms are supported to hold them on the pillow. And maybe begin that countdown from 100, breathing in and out with awareness. Letting the side of the body with that knee that's closest to the earth, letting that side of the body relax. That glute, the oblique, that side body, the side of the leg. And then relax the top leg. Notice if you're engaging any muscles and just allow them to relax. More and more effortlessness with each. Sometimes our effortlessness becomes a little bit easier if we bring some kindness to ourselves. So just extending kindness to your entire being. Maybe telling yourself that you're doing the best that you can. And that you're doing enough. And you aren't defined by any of what you're doing. Just to remember that. So offer some kindness and rest in some kindness. See if that frees up some space in the heart and the lungs for those breaths that sustain our life. Then whenever you're ready, The transition is really easy. You can just bring the knee off the ground, the leg off the ground, and just bring it through the middle over to the other side. I'm going to move my blanket. Just let those knees and the cushion fall over to the other way. You let out a sigh, scan the body, and maybe count down from 100, that conscious breathing. Allowing yourself to be supported by the earth that's around us. Surrendering to yourself and thanking yourself for being here right now. Now counting down from 3 to 0. When you get to 0, just doing whatever you need to set up for your shavasana. Maybe you want that bolster underneath your knees. Maybe you want to just flat on the ground. But find what you need. to seal your practice. Maybe just imagine somewhere in nature where you can go, that you like to go. For some, it might be the beach. For some, it might be near a stream, maybe the top of a cliff with a view. Wherever you feel that deep connection to Mother Earth, just take yourself there right now in your mind. And land right in that spot where you feel that connection. Notice the smells. Notice the sounds. Then begin to relax. Letting the sounds, the smells, maybe get further away as you relax into your space. Feeling the temperature of the air, temperature of the ground or your surroundings. Allow yourself to fully relax. As your physical body connects with that physical place where you're supported and calm, connected to nature. Allow your feet to relax. Your calves and your ankles relax. You notice that your hands are relaxed and the arms are heavy. The shoulders are relaxed. Your breath is effortless, and your mind is completely present in the space that you're in. Everything that you need is inside of you. That connection to the earth is inside of you. The connection to your highest self is inside of you. And that connection to every other being is inside of you. And you rest in those connections in your space. And now with your awareness on that sacred space that you went to at the beginning of Shavasana, turn on that inner witness and visualize yourself in that space. See yourself in that space. Relaxed, connected, and witness yourself as the thinker, as the doer, and as the soul. Now with that view of the inner witness, we'll slowly roll to one side so we can come to our seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed if you can. Just gently rolling over without rush, sitting up without rush. With your eyes closed, find that seat. And see yourself in the seated position. Let's turn our palms up to the sky. We'll just begin to breathe with awareness together. On our inhales, we'll open our palms so the fingers extend. And on our exhale, we'll just close those fingers to the hands so the hands are closed. Inhale, I am aware that I am breathing in. Exhale, be the witness. I am aware that I am breathing out. Inhale, open the palms. On your exhale, close the palms. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. And whenever you're ready, you can let go of any movement with the hands, let go of any awareness of breath, and just find that silent seat. Maybe you want to keep moving the hands either way. It's fine. But be the witness and see yourself seated. Remembering that we can and we are that witness. We can turn on and tune into that witness at any time. With that connection to our physical body, we can just slowly zoom out and see ourselves in the body, doing the action, having the response. This body is our home for the soul. And when we remember that, it's supportive in taking things a little less personally, a little less harshly. So may we just remember we can be the witness. We can kind of take a breath and go to that sacred space, connecting to the physical aspects of the earth, the physical aspects of ourselves, and then zoom out, be the witness, and come back home to ourselves. Let's exhale. Then we'll inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.